A very good afternoon to you. Glad to have you join us on the news at 2 right here on Ogtv, the People's Telly. I am Dominic Agbea. Don't forget you can watch us live on Facebook at Ogtv and Ogun State Television, YouTube at Ogtv Abeokuta, and Ogtv website www.ogtv.com.ng/live. For the latest news and reports, check us on these platforms: X at Ogun TV, Instagram at Ogun State Television, and download Ogtv app on Apple Store and Google Play Store. And now to the news in full. Amid growing demand for biomass energy sources across West Africa, Nigeria exported energy goods valued at 65.85 billion naira in the first quarter of 2025, the National Bureau of Statistics has reported. The Economic Community of West African States nations account for 49.15 billion naira, or over 74 billion naira percent of the amount. The energy goods categorized as NNPCL said the crude oil and condensate production at 1.603 million barrels per day, while natural gas production was 7.473 million standard cubic feet per day. According to the company, crude oil production was 1.67 million barrels per day in January, before dropping to 1.62 million barrels per day and 1.56 million barrels per day in the month of February and March this year. Between January and March this year, the company also made statutory payments of 4.225 trillion naira and empowered 531 NYC core members with solar power starter packs, igniting a new generation of clean energy entrepreneurs under the NNPC and NYC Business Empowerment Initiative. Amid growing demand for biomass energy sources across West Africa, Nigeria exported energy goods valued at 65.85 billion naira in the first quarter of 2025. The National Bureau of Statistics revealed in its latest report. The Economic Community of West African States nations account for 49.15 billion naira, or over 74% of the amount. The energy goods categorized by the NBS as fuel woods in logs, e.g. hardwood, charcoal, and confectioner's wood in chips or particles. However, the NBS points to a troubling rise in tree felling and deforestation, with Nigeria increasingly exporting the consequences of environmental degradation through surging shipments of firewood, charcoal, and other wood-derived energy products. The Kaduna Police Command has arrested 182 suspects for various offenses during operations in different parts of the state as part of a renewed effort to rid the area of criminal elements and safeguard lives and properties. The suspects were arrested in their hideouts and black spots during a coordinated operation spearheaded by divisional police officers in metropolitan areas, particularly Rigasa, Kawo, Tudunwada, Sabon Tasha, and other communities, in line with the directive of the Kaduna State Commissioner of Police, Rabi Mohammed. The statement by the command's public relations officer, Marcel Hazan, said the crackdown, which was part of ongoing efforts to restore public confidence and enhance internal security, led to the recovery of dangerous weapons and hard drugs. The Inspector General of Police, IGP Kayode Gbetoko, has approved an extension of the grace period for the enforcement of tinted glass permit requirements to August 12, 2025. The extension, police said, comes on the heels of several concerns and feedback expressed by members of the public regarding the reactivation of the digital tinted glass permit application process. The 2025 Public Service Day celebration in Ogun State continues with various indoor games on Wednesday, 18th June between 9 in the morning and noon at the arcade ground, Okemosan Governor's Office, while football matches involving male and female teams from the mainstream civil service and parastatals will follow same day at the MK Apiola Sports Arena, Kuto Abeokuta, by 2 p.m. The activities will be rounded off on Thursday, June 19, 2025, with the Public Service Day lecture with the theme Managing the Public Service for Excellence and Service Delivery in the 21st Century, the role of innovation, adaptation and technology at the Obas Complex Okimoso, Abeokuta, beginning from 10 in the morning. The Moloko Ashipa Community Health Center, facilitated by Chief Adewale Shoniregu, has been commissioned by the Alake and paramount ruler of Egbaland, Oba Adedotu Aremu Gbadebo. The event also featured the commissioning of newly constructed public restrooms for the benefit of residents. Ayodeji Tomori-Oluwumi reports.
Residents of Moloko Ashipa came out in large numbers to welcome the Alake and paramount ruler of Egbaland, Oba Adedotu Aremu Gbadebo, for the official commissioning of the renovated Community Health Center, a project spearheaded by Chief Adewale Shoniregu. Oba Gbadebo commended Chief Shoniregu for his developmental strides in his hometown and expressed his willingness to support similar initiatives.
This is my second time of coming here in the last 3 months, and I said I will come again and again as long as we have a project to launch to bring the people closer to modernity. You know, we are doing this all over there, the whole of Egbaland.
Chairman of Obafemi Owode Local Government, Honorable Adeshina Ogunshola and Ayobami Adenekon, both lauded Chief Shoniregun's effort, describing them as a meaningful partnership with the state government aimed at improving residents' quality of life.
Government alone cannot do everything. That is why we begin to ask our people to come in partnership with the local government so that all these can be done in various communities.
This is just the continuation of his love for his community to give back. I think that it is commendable.
We want to say thank you to him because we've not seen development like this in Moloko Ashipa for a very long time, and there are a lot of more other projects he has in plan to commission.
Chief Adewale Shoniregu stated that the projects stem from his personal commitment to the growth and development of Moloko Ashipa.
Ask not what your country can do for you, but ask what you can do for your country. The main important thing is if every one of us can do little and little and little, the world will be better. That's for sure. So within my reach, that's a little I can give back to my community.
He also called on all sons and daughters of the community to unite and contribute their quota towards its continued development. Also commissioned were newly built public restrooms, now available for use by residents of Moloko Ashipa. Ayodeji Tomori-Oluwumi, Ogtv News.
A member of the House of Representatives representing Ado-Duota Federal Constituency, Honorable Tunji Akiosi, has presented his 2-year scorecard showcasing his achievements and contributions at the National Assembly. This event took the form of a stakeholders meeting, bringing together various groups and associations to discuss key issues and make crucial decisions for the constituency's development. Key highlights from his report included significant legislative initiative, community development projects, and efforts to address pressing local concerns. The rest of the report is in this package.
It's been 2 years since Honorable Tunji Akiosi assumed office as a member of the House of Representatives representing Ado-Duota Federal Constituency, one of the Ogun State's most economically vibrant local government areas in terms of internally generated revenue. Now back home, Honorable Akiosi has convened a stakeholders meeting to present his scorecard and engage directly with the people he serves. The event provided an opportunity for beneficiaries and key community members to assess his performance and share their thoughts.
Honorable Akiosi, go to NTA panel. Some of these things are always bigger, but you always contribute, and that is why we are studying 5 laws
The interactive session saw panelists express their views on the state of the constituency and share ideas on the way forward. Honorable Tunji Akinyosi appreciated the people of Ado-Oduota for their unwavering support and promised to continue driving meaningful developments in the constituency.
The size of Ado-Oduota is one that calls for concern. We have 65% of the votes in Ogun West Federal Ogun West Senatorial District. And at 65, we have just one local government. The other 35% have 4 local governments. If you have one local government, and the same thing, if the government is sharing 40 things, and they are giving 40-40 to every local government, we have 40 in those local governments, and we have just 40 in Ado-Oduota. So that is where the special consideration stems from. If you are giving other local governments 40 things, and Ado-Oduota that has almost the 4 put together is also being given 40, why not give us 100? That is what we are talking about, and that is where the concern comes from.
He highlighted the sponsorship of 4 bills at the National Assembly, notably the bill to establish a federal medical center in Atonta, a move aimed at improving access to quality healthcare in the federal constituency. Akinyosi also listed achievements including the construction of roads, renovation of schools, and the distribution of financial grants ranging from 50,000 to 100,000 to over 2,000 constituents. In addition, another 2,000 beneficiaries were empowered with tools and equipment to support their various trades and businesses.
Family, friends, colleagues, and well-wishers have gathered to honor Toluwalope Layade Kowo, who marked her 50th birthday in grand style. Being the Director of Information, Planning, Research and Statistics in the Ogun State Ministry of Information and Strategy, Ogun State, Head of Service, Mr. Kehinde Onosoya, described the celebrant, Mrs. Toluwalope, as a committed and dedicated civil servant worthy of emulation. Our reporter, Margaret Okulola, was there and now brings us the highlights of the Golden Jubilee celebration.
The Golden Jubilee is worthy of celebration for Toluwalope Layade Kowo as she kicked off with the Thanksgiving session with rendition of hymns and songs. Praise thy faithfulness, Lord, unto. Pastor Adekunle Oshidipe gave a sermon on the right attitude when numbering our days as humans.
It's not just the year that we were born, or when we come to a full year that we should give him thanks. Our thanksgiving, our praises to God should be on a daily basis. Why? It is a gift of God for one to be alive.
Being the Director of Information, Planning, Research and Statistics in the Ogun State Ministry of Information and Strategy, the State Head of Service, Mr. Kehinde Onosoya, led permanent secretaries, directors from the ministry, information officers and notable dignitaries to grace the occasion.
Seasoned civil servant, a communicator par excellence, and she has contributed a quota to the growth of the information sector. She's a highly dedicated public servant, and she's a go-getter.
Guests across various walks of life described the celebrant as a pillar of support and a blessing to everyone around her.
One looks back when one gets to this level, at this age. Yes, you thank God for keeping you alive, but it's also the time to begin to reflect. She wouldn't look whether you were younger than her. As long as you had something of value, she was always willing to listen.
She's a wonderful person. She's down to earth. She has a very beautiful soul.
We were born in the same place, the same house. We grew up in the same environment. We went to the same school, fortunately, to Ogtv Girls Grammar School, but different universities. I know her so much because of her art. She's tender and kind-hearted.
You've been so awesome. Thank you for raising this awesome gentleman. Thank you for being a solid person. Our work is solid.
I pray that you reap the fruit of your labor. These children will grow to be the big men.
Her sons took turns to share memories and testimonies of how impactful she has been over the years and till date.
Beautiful soul. She's been the best, like from my inception to now. Through my difficulties in secondary school, uni and all, she's been there. But she's been my support basically.
My mom likes to, once she's about to take a walk or something, she does it with everything she has. So I learned that stuff from her, and that's how I use it in my life.
The celebrant, Mrs. Toluwalokpela Adekowo, ascribed all glory to God and the strong foundation of training laid in her by her late father, Prince Samuel Adebisi Adebolu Layade.
I will never have a better yesterday. I'm looking forward to glorious years ahead. I'm looking forward to a better Toluwalope. So I want to be a better version. I'm not out to please people, but I just want to be a better version in my relationship with people, in my career, in my relationship with God. I want to do more than I'm doing presently, and I want to have a self-reflection on a weekly basis. Not using the yardstick of men, but using the yardstick of God.
Prayers were offered for the celebrant as friends, family, well-wishers all wined and dined with good music. Margaret Okunola, Ogtv News.
The tremendous progress and development witnessed under the reign of Oba Oluwole Mosaku as Olu of Arigbajo is enough for all to know that he is a king ordained by God to rule over his people. These were the words of dignitaries who gathered to celebrate the 90th birthday of the monarch and 80th birthday of his wife, Olori Alice Mosaku, in Arigbajo under Iwekoro local government area of Ogun State. Matthew Shomi completes the report.
A rare and unique occasion for the royal family of Arigbajo as Oba Oluwole Mosaku celebrates 90th birthday and his wife Olori Alice Mosaku's 80th birthday with his baales, children, grandchildren and family members joining him to appreciate God at a special Thanksgiving service at St. John's African Church, Arigbajo. The Abeokuta Diocesan Bishop of the African Church, Most Reverend Solomon Odumu, in a sermon at the service, harped on the importance of the mercy of God, which one can only be qualified for by serving Him wholeheartedly. Oba Oluwole Mosaku and Olori Alice Mosaku then danced to the altar in appreciation of the grace of God over their lives and several decades of togetherness. A colorful reception was thereafter held at Korede Event Center, Arigbajo, where the chairman of the occasion, chiefs in Arigbajo, and others described the last 15 years of the reign of Oba Mosaku as a successful one.
It's celebrating 90. Why am I not there? After we have established this title.
I am so happy because in Nigeria nowadays, it is very rare.
Children and grandchildren have this to say about their parents.
God has really helped him, giving him good children, and the way he has brought us up. She's a mother. Even when anyone is having difficulties, my mom will say, Kayode, we need to do this. He will call everybody. He's a honorable man, and he's a very straightforward man. And my mom, very hardworking woman that supported her husband.
I feel elated. I give God the glory that I am seeing today.
Parents are the best. If I come to life again, I will choose them over and over again. Like their love stories, everything about them is perfect.
The celebrants could not hide their joy as they glorified God for the special grace.
I am very glad and joyful. I have no cause for Allah.
Mo dẹ̀ yan Ọlọ́run lógo fún àǹfààní tó fún wa láti rí ọjọ́ òní láyọ̀ àtàlàáfíà. Kì í ṣàdúrà la mọ̀ ọ́ gbà o. Kì í ṣe mímọ̀ ọ́ ṣe wa o.
They thanked their children and all who have come to celebrate with them. Matthew Shomi, Ogtv News.
Retirement is not the end of the road, but the beginning of a new journey. After years of dedicated service, the head of Corporate Communications and Media at Ogun State Water Corporation, Mr. Olatunji Shomide, has officially bowed out of service. Nkem Ago reports.
Olatunji Shomide's career at Ogun State Water Corporation has been one of distinction, defined by integrity, professionalism, and remarkable contributions in the field of corporate communication. As he retires, colleagues and friends gather to celebrate a man whose work ethic and leadership have left an indelible mark. The ceremony featured heartfelt tributes with a short exhortation delivered by Pastor Andrew Okwade, urging others to emulate Mr. Shomide's values.
When we are talking about harvest time, we are talking about a product of labor. When you are labor, if a farmer you are labor, you plant, automatically you are expecting harvest. But when you say you are a labor, you need to sow a seed. And if you don't sow a seed, automatically you cannot get result.
Chairperson of the occasion and special advisor to Ogun State Governor on Water Resources, Damilola Otubanjo, described Mr. Shomide as a passionate and inspiring leader who made lasting impacts in the corporation.
I know that retirement can come with a lot of uncertainty and it can make you wonder what next. Service has a way of making people settle into some type of cruise control where they don't even think about after retirement, and you must find yourself in this space. But one thing that you need to use as your anchor and as your reminder is that he that has brought you this far is too fail not to complete it.
Several speakers praised the retiree for his unwavering commitment, mentorship, and service over the years.
As he's ending the civil service of Ogun State Water Corporation today, I'm praying for him that more good things will come on his way.
I just saw him as a very compassionate person, and ever since I've known him, I've never seen him complaining about anybody.
I've been working with him since 2016, and ever since I've gone into the department, he has always advised me. He advised me in a fatherly way.
My advice for other people too that is stepping into his shoes to look at his antecedents and make sure that they should try and surpass what he has done.
In an emotional speech, Mr. Olatunji Shomide reflected on his journey, expressing deep gratitude for the opportunities, experiences, and relationship built throughout his career.
I want to advise the incoming ones or those who are still in the service that they should endure and ensure that whatever they are doing, they do it very well, and then they cooperate with the management and they work as a team.
The celebration also featured prayers, cutting of the birthday cake, and presentation of gifts, moments that underlined the joy and appreciation felt by all in attendance. Nkem Agu, Ogtv News.
Similoluwa Shebiomo, the daughter of the Deputy General Manager, Marketing Services of Ogun State Television, Benga Shebiomo, had a wedding ceremony with her lover, Ayomide, in accordance to God. The couple's wedding celebration included a traditional ceremony followed by a reception in Ijebu-Ode. Olaidele reports that the events were attended by family members, friends, and loved ones. Our report.
The wedding ceremony between Similoluwa and Ayomide began with a warm welcome from the family of Shebiomo to the family of Omotayo. Their union was further sanctified in the presence of God with heartfelt vows exchanged, a symbol of a lifetime of commitment. Family members and friends, including the general manager of Ogun State Television, Tunde Kazim, expressed their heartfelt joy and extended their warmest wishes to the radiant couple.
I want to give God the glory for making it possible for us today to witness this day, and I pray that we should witness more years to come. I want to wish the new couple all the best in life.
Thank God I'm celebrating the child that would have died years ago, but God spare me spared the life of my son, and today is wedding. I'm so grateful to God.
First 5 years in the university was called over, and so it was a great joy then, but today's joy is greater than that time.
I want to advise our home that she should always love her husband. She should always confide in him. She should make him a friend.
Specifically that the couple should love themselves to the end. They should not listen to a third-party decision, particularly when there is crisis between them. We don't pray for crisis, but there's no perfect marriage anywhere. But if there is an issue they need to settle, let them settle it amicably between themselves.
Father will not like the daughter to leave, but you don't have a choice. We're giving her enough training to sustain her in her relationship.
The couple shared their personal vows, promising a lifetime of love and support for one another.
Similoluwa is the best thing to have happened to me since birth. I feel alive. Alive is the word to use.
He's kind. He's a really kind person, and I love him.
The celebration continues with a reception where family and friends gathered to toast the happy couple. Similoluwa Shebiomo, the daughter of the Deputy General Manager, Marketing Services of Ogun State Television, Benga Shebiomo, had a special day filled with joy, laughter, and beautiful moments. Olaide Oloye, Ogtv News.
We say congratulations to them. And as we end the news, let us remind you, the future belongs to the competent. Get good, get better, be the best. And that's the news at 2. Many thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
The Ogun State Emergency Management Agency, OGSEMA, has issued